Okay, let's continue. Question 6, activate data frame 2, and it's not clear. Actually, it's raster dataset LULC. So it's our LULC. Let's first activate data frame. So it's our raster dataset. We can see here. Explains the meaning of the attributes of the value LC as they are displayed in the identifying dialog box. So actually, I a little bit explained the attributes of LULC, but here we can just repeat again. So click identify and just I randomly choose this raster, and pixel value raster class. Pixel value represents raster class history. OID is the same as FID, which is given to this raster class, and count is 2689. It means the number of pixels which belong to this class, pixel class, is this amount. So is the raster dataset, sorry again, this is not raster, an example of a discrete or continuous raster Y. So in the lecture, I explained the difference between discrete and continuous raster. So discrete, when you just visually can definitely distinguish one class from another. For instance, here we can see one class, here is the second and the third, etc. While continuous spatially slowly varies from one to other pixel, discrete rasters have the integer values like here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, while continuous has the float numbers. And one clear difference between discrete and continuous is that discrete raster has the attribute table. For instance, we can check here. So this raster has the attribute table. In this case, it is definitely discrete, while continuous raster doesn't have attribute table. You should remember this. So you just write your text information, which I just explained here. So the next question, open the attribute table. Sorry, again, this is LULC, right click on dataset, and how many different land use classes does the attribute contain? Dataset contain. So it's 7 classes. We can open with the attribute table. See here, 7 classes. 7 land use and land cover classes, right? So do you select a zone or region when you select one record in the attribute table? Explain your answer. So again, going back to the lecture, I explained the difference between zone and raster. A zone is the same as this one value, right? One class of in this case, one class of land use, one class of pixel value, right? While the region of belongs to one zone. For instance, in our case, let's just change the color representation, right? Here, for instance, will be light green because these are pastures, and the green one actually water, and the third one is forests, and this is urban. Okay, let's choose red for urban. See, urban areas. So okay, now it's more clear. So we should definitely distinguish between zone and region. Zone belongs to one class and can be represented in attribute table. So when we choose a zone, do you select a zone or region when you select one record? So we just selected one record in attribute table, for instance, this one, right? So these are all pastures. This pixels belongs to pastures. This is all one zone. But when we just try to choose this area, right? So this area of pasture is separate from this. So this is the one region. This is also one region. This is also one region. This is also one region, which belongs to one zone, name it pastures, which is class value 5. Okay, so this is the difference. You should we we select one zone. Okay, let's go. And the last question, compare the attributes tables of the dataset LULC and LULC vector and write down the main differences in data storage between the two tables. Okay, so let's first prepare our LULC vector, and here is our LULC vector. And when we open, let's open attribute table of LULC, and we also at the same time can open the attribute table of raster. And here see that in the bottom you can see the difference. So we can choose LULC TIFF and LULC vector, and you can compare the differences between two attribute tables. So at first LULC has the compulsory FID and shape, and you cannot delete these fields. But also it has the geometric properties, right? I mean LULC vector area, but you can delete it. It's optional. You can also create this field again and use calculate geometry in order to calculate the area of each polygon. You can also have a perimeter. You can also delete this, and you have the land use code, right? It's also optional. But when you go to LULC vector, these all the attributes are differ from the vector, because these are all three compulsory. You cannot delete this. This is the same as FID. This is the identification number of a pixel class. This is also pixel class number, starts from 1, this is start from 0, and this is the count of number of pixels which belong to this or those class. You can also add your own attributes to the pixel, and here is the same. So this is the differences. You should write by your own words the differences. So the differences are clear, right? I hope it's clear. So thank you for your attention. Let's see